Here with head coach Brad Laird. Early signing period beginning on Wednesday. And coach, we talked about it off camera, but this is really kind of the first step in what's become a two-step process for coaches across the country.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can really break it down when you talk about the opportunity to sign young men. When you look at the early signing period, which going through today, and then in February, kind of the second part of the signing period. But it's the start of what is the 2023 roster going to look like, and this is kind of just the first step in the process. And excited about today. It's always an exciting time when you have the opportunity to better your roster, and so we were in the first step of that process to better in our 2023 roster.
And nowadays there are a lot of different ways to better that roster, and sometimes you look at young guys who you you sign and develop over time. Sometimes you get a little more immediate, but let's focus on the new guys that are coming in. Quarterback room adds a youngster in JT Fayard, who's actually going to be an early enrollee, so a chance for him to go through and get even a few extra practices under his belt.
Yeah, looking at the offensive side and looking at the high school signees, and again, even for the high school signees, this is the first step, as we will sign more in February. But when you look at offensively and start with the quarterback room, always exciting to see a young man join your roster, and one that's going to be able to go through spring practice. You don't always get that, and more importantly, at the quarterback position. So, kind of excited to see what he brings from an offensive standpoint. And then also up front, you got a quarterback, you got to have guys that are going to protect him. And, you look at Chris Allen from Shreveport, Ryan Larson from Nacogdoches, to be able to bring two high school guys, offensive linemen, to protect JT.
And East Texas was plentiful for you, not just with Chris Allen, but there's some other faces from that area that's been very good to the Demons.
Yeah, anytime you can get up in the North Louisiana, the Shreveport, Bossier, and the East Texas area, a lot of good players have come through Northwestern that have been from those areas.
We'll flip the script and go over to the other side of the ball defensively. That's the side you probably look at. You lost more production on that side, so starting to fill some holes over there as well.
Yeah, and you look at the two most important areas up front, defensive line, and then the back end. As we go through this process, they're going to be key areas that we're going to have to find young men. And first up front. From Richwood and Keyshawn Reed, excited to get him and what he brings from a defensive line point of view. And then also Antonio Hall, a defensive back corner that could play both. And I think that's what you're going to see in some of our secondary guys as we go through. Safety's going to be a big need for us, but also guys that can do both.
Looking at Antonio's numbers, he certainly fits the mold I think Devon Lockett likes to have on that outside, kind of long, tall, rangy guy.
Yeah, and a guy that's done a lot of different things on both sides of the ball, and a guy that we felt like, because of his length, can do a lot of things in the back end for us.
All right, Coach, thanks so much.